After literally years of waiting, today a scene was unveiled that fans have heard of since the time of the 3rd season of Star Wars The Clone Wars that has the potential to change the entirety of the Star Wars universe in a single moment. The scene is a deleted layout from the episode of Star Wars The Clone Wars called Ghosts of Mortis, where it is revealed that the son has been influenced by 2 dark entities that have been prompting him to control the Chosen One, Anakin Skywalker, and thus bring the universe under darkness. Of course, the scene will be linked below, but keep in mind it is only a layout. The full behind-the-scenes explanation for this scene and the ultimate decision to extract it from the episode was because after much discussion and debate, George Lucas decided it went against what the Force stood for and what he had established prior. Dave Filoni described the appearance of these 2 Sith Lords, being Darth Bane and Darth Revan, both sporting their classic designs I may add, as existing outside of the Force, indicating somehow they discovered how to do so, either before their ultimate deaths or maybe sometime in between them joining with the Force and after their deaths. It is hinted that most Sith are not able to do so, as the Sith Lords Revan and Bane rank among the most intellectual and advanced students of the Sith Order. In the deleted scene, when the son asks them who they are, they reply in unison that they are, quote, "Those who have come before, those who were betrayed, those who hate. We are the wielders of the dark side." The scene was ultimately scrapped because Lucas believed that only those pure of heart could return from death, and the appearance of these 2 Dark Lords would take away from that, proving otherwise. But this raises the question, is this scene canon? And the answer unfortunately is no, Revan is still not canon. As said before, the scene is a deleted one, which means it didn't really happen, although the thought is very interesting. In a later episode of The Clone Wars, Darth Bane did actually appear, looking much differently than in this depiction, but he was ultimately just a vision and a trial for Yoda, placed there by the Force priestesses. Darth Bane himself, meaning his spirit, was not actually there. All in that scene that is confirmed of Bane is that he is in fact an ancient Sith Lord, and that he did create the rule of 2. Very recently, in the Star Wars Rebels episode Trials of the Darksaber, the Mandalorian War was brought back into canon, and fans of Revan and the EU will know that Revan was a major player in that conflict, if not the most important figure involved in the war, as we explained in the video about Revan being forced to the dark side of the Force. Part of me really likes the idea of these insanely powerful Sith living on in some way after death, and affecting others, in this case being the son, to persuade Anakin to fully turn to the dark side of the Force before becoming Darth Vader. I also really love the idea that these Sith are in some way likely panicking due to Anakin's potential to destroy the Sith Order as a whole, which of course he does eventually do, and by doing so, ending what they stand for as a whole, as they do say he is the key. But at the same time, I completely understand why it was removed, due to it conflicting with George Lucas's view on the Force, and the idea that no Sith can conquer death, only those pure of heart like the best of the Jedi. Thus, the Sith clamor for all the power they can achieve in life, knowing within they will one day be no more. So I want to have your opinion on this scene. Are you with George Lucas, or would you have loved to see Revan in canon? I have a feeling that we will get a lot of different answers in the comments. I feel Revan being made canon is just around the corner, especially with the Mandalorian War being made canon now with Rebels. Also, what do you think of the scene as a whole? Do you like it? Do you think it's quality? And do you think it should have been kept in the episode? If you enjoyed the video and feel it deserves it, I would really appreciate it if you could leave a like, as it helps the channel out a great deal. If you would like to ask questions and speak to me directly, my Twitter is @StupendousWave, or you could always just leave a comment, as I do read them all. If you haven't already, maybe consider subscribing to ensure you stay up to date with everything Star Wars related. Thanks as always so much for watching, may the Force be with you, and have a great day.